Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Angoville. Our heroes today are going to be incredible FaHu, playing as the OKW forces in the red. And his opponent in the blue is going to be NoLuckyStrike at Rodan de la Vlunch, probably his Twitter account, playing as the Soviets in the aforementioned blue. Angoville, good old new Angoville. Should be fun to see. Do we still have the wreckage? Yeah, we do. Here we go. The little surprise gift left by the Brits. Should be getting them sometime soon. And yeah. So let's take a look at what's been going on. We have FaHu building himself Volksgrenadiers. Second Volksgrenadier being built. Sandbags getting laid down by the Volks as they captured the first victory point to the right. And they don't have the strategic point yet, so nothing is being producing resources. NoLuckyStrike for his part, going for conscripts, laying down his own sandbags. Now on the fuel point on the right-hand side. Volksgrenadiers going to get engaged here by the combat engineers. Combat engineers will move themselves into this shack, which, while providing them a decent amount of cover, doesn't provide them a lot of firepower. We do see two broken windows there that can shoot back at the Volks, but the Volks will have the superior, well, not position, but the superior firepower. However, with two conscript squads coming on top of them, the Volksgrenadiers quickly run into the manor here house, and they manage to deny it from the conscripts. Going to be able to prolong the engagement. Second Volksgren squad coming up to engage, but it runs into a lot of infantry, so it decides to run away. The Volksgrenadier squad in the house will just be there to delay. We see a Kubelwagen getting built for Mr. FaHu. She'll help out. Oh, that's she'll. Wow, come on, focus. Should help out against all these conscripts with its suppression. Left-hand side, we also hear an engagement. Storm Pioneers engaging against conscripts. These Storm Pios will be in a better spot here to win this engagement. They actually have the light cover, whereas the conscripts stayed a little bit further back from the gate or the fence there, and were not able to get the cover. They did lose one of their members in the engagement, but quickly settled the score and forced the conscripts to retreat, as they will continue to capture the fuel. Volksgrenadier getting out of the house, conceding it to the enemy, and it looks like FaHu will be focusing his efforts on the left-hand side of the map for now. That will, of course, means that he has the disadvantage on the victory points, but he's going to have pretty much the same as when it comes to fuel and munitions, so gives him a nice spot to be able to push back. Not much going on so far. NoLuckyStrike getting more conscripts for now in total. FaHu, not falling too far behind, has himself 3 Volksgrenadiers on the field, laying down some more sandbags as he captures territory. Will have a nice sandbag advantage here against these conscripts. However, they are one man down, but they have the support of the Kubelwagen, so the conscripts should lose. Kubelwagen setting up to cover the flanking approach through the hedge, manages to stop the conscripts from crossing, and the conscripts are now just tangled up with the Volks. Volks in the north are, however, getting flanked here by a second conscript squad, so they will quickly lose this engagement if they don't get any additional support. The Kubelwagen sitting in a very weird angle here. And the second Volksgren squad moves up to the heavy cover of the hay bale to support its endangered squad. Lead squad will be having to retreat. It's down to 2 men. Storm Pioneers are also retreating from the center, as we have Volksgrenadiers and conscripts engaging in the center road. The conscripts will win the engagement against the Volks, and the other conscript squad at the front was forced to retreat, but they did win the engagement against the Volksgrenadier squad. So here we go. Conscripts running forward, getting themselves behind the other Volksgrenadier squad. Will have some heavy cover and the flank. The Kubelwagen trying to reposition itself to stop the approaching conscripts, but not being very aggressive. It puts itself, there we go, now finally going to be in range of the conscripts. Volksgrenadier squad trying to hold the line. They are in heavy cover, and the conscripts do not have the cover advantage against the Kubel, so they quickly end up retreating, and FaHu managing to hold the left-hand side, where it looked like he may have been in a position to lose it. Conscripts holding themselves up in the manor house. The Volksgrenadier squad taking the damage there and losing a lot of its members, down to 2, forced to retreat, and the Kubelwagen is a little bit stuck there on the hedge. Now it moves, and it It's behind a combat engineer squad. Could potentially kill it off. No, they're going to pop into the house, and that will stall for quite a while. Volkswagen on the left-hand side retreating as well. Do we have Met? Yeah, we have the battle group headquarters now on the field for Mr. FaHu. A sensible option, as he will be able to heal up his troops and send them back out onto the field at full strength. And of course also has access to some nice little tools in the way of the, where is it? The support gun and the Yak Panzer, so, it's not too bad.
Fresh meat has arrived.
Kuba wagon on the left-hand side. Volksgrenadiers getting upgraded with Trex. A little bit preemptive there by FaHu. We see no vehicles play so far, and we see not even any attempt of vehicle play so far for NoLuckyStrike. He doesn't have any Doctrine selected, nor does he have any tech, so I suppose that kind of helps out there. Destroyed the sandbag, denying heavy cover, but still, no real reason to get it just yet. Cool wagon, however, doing a lot of work here, getting those conscripts pinned down. One conscript squad is out of the fight. The second squad is still engaging, 6-man strong, and against only 2 Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers will quickly lose if they don't move the hell out of the way. They do have a flanking conscript squad behind it. Second Volksgren squad engaging, but the ones in the lead are still down to 2 men. I mean, they do have access to grenades. Grenades could be thrown, getting a decent amount of hits there if nobody's paying attention. But looks like, yeah, wow. Grenade goes off, gets a nice hit, but only does a little bit of splash damage to the health. Doesn't actually get anything killed. Unfortunate there for FaHu, but at least he didn't lose his squad, right? Cool wagon getting some shots into the house as the conscripts crawl in, managing to stave off the suppression inside the house. Cool wagon will have to back off as the Storm Pioneer squad is trying to repair it as quickly as it can. And back at base, we now see Tier 2 having gone down for Mr. NoLuckyStrike and building himself a max machine gun. MG34 now in the field for Incredible FaHu as he selects his own doctrine, and that is the Luftwaffe Ground Forces doctrine. MG34 will help out against all these conscripts. And of course he has access to the Fallschirmjägers, which are pretty cool.
The hard part will be keeping it.
And a bit of lull. See conscripts moving over to the right-hand side. We do have some troops here for FaHu already set up, including the Cool Wagon and some Storm Pios. They're going to run into the Maxim Machine Gun. Maxim Machine Gun will be able to do... What is it? Oh, it turns itself around to face the Fallschirmjägers popping into that house. Maxim Machine Gun, unable to stop the Storm Pios. The Storm Pios barely managing to get out of the arc of fire before taking a burst. They do end up getting suppressed, but they do manage to stave the suppression off as they moved out of the arc of fire, and the Cool Wagon has inflicted a lot of damage and gets the Maxim Machine Gun pinned down. However, the Cool Wagon now getting shot point blank by a conscript squad, going to get killed here. There's no way it makes it out of there alive, and the Maxim Machine Gun has been destroyed. Conscript squad trying to engage the Storm Pios will get themselves into some heavy cover, maybe get an extra casualty as they close the distance. Yeah, they do. Storm Pioneer squad now in bad shape, forced to retreat. The Fallschirmjägers going to go for the steal of the Maxim Machine Gun. Gonna hit retreat. Can the squad make it out of there alive? Well, they're getting focus fire here by the conscripts. Conscripts taking some good shots, but it manages to run through some bushes. And as a Volksgrenadier squad comes up behind, conscripts push forward, and the Maxim Machine Gun gets stolen by FaHu. Nice little move here by them. By him, I mean. And the Volksgrens are now getting shot point blank range here by conscripts. Kind of cutting it close, almost not making it out of there. Let's just hear... Got a message or something? What was that? Checking my messages while casting, so unprofessional. Anyways, conscripts continue to push forward. NoLuckyStrike still having a decent hold on the right-hand side. Victory points quite even, 434 for FaHu, 479 for NoLuckyStrike. FaHu obviously on the losing end of that, but he does have the left-hand side almost on lockdown. Point on the far left-hand side is not being capped by anybody just yet, but it'll probably be capped by those conscripts soon. MG34 repositioning itself to cover a better angle, I suppose. And the Volks are going to run straight through the road. They're going to catch a conscript squad there on the open, take some shots on the side. But we do have the stolen Maxim Machine Gun getting inside the manor. Conscripts not even being engaged there. There we go. FaHu turning himself around. Going to be focusing on those conscripts. Conscripts out in the open. The Volksgrenadier squad even more out in the open. Negative cover through the road. Close the distance, get right on top. Grenade gonna be flying? No. Maybe focusing or not focusing, but feigning a grenade, and away it goes. Fallschirmjäger squad trying to chase him down, getting a decent amount of damage there on the retreat. We'll get an extra kill, but not too much. And the max machine gun. Why do we have so many machine guns? Why? Hold on. Oh, right. Sorry. Wow. That's my bad. I was like, wait, why is he having so many machine guns and I only see 2? I was looking at the wrong guy's machine guns. There you go. Oh, demo charge inside the house. Fallschirmjäger squad opens up. Will he be detonating it? Yeah, there he goes. Demo charge gets detonated, killing most of the Fallschirmjägers. One of them stays alive, however, in the house, getting some nice shots off of the window. Was decently far away from the explosion to stay alive. And the conscript will eventually kill him. He's not going to win, but looks like he's going to be tangling him up a little bit. Storm Pios closing the distance right on top of those conscripts. Grenade going off, getting not a lot of damage. Wow, those grenades are just whiffing completely. They're not really doing too much, but the Storm Pios assault rifle is doing a lot of damage. Down to 1 man. Can they pick up the kill? No, they cannot. Conscripts Ura forward to get themselves into some light cover by those huts. And the Volksgrenadier squad backpedals a little bit, but stays on the field. Very dangerous there. It's a 1-man squad. We'll be able to decap the point. Needs to retreat right now. There it goes. Should be able to make it out of there alive. Left-hand side, Maxim machine gun and combat engineers going to be capturing the victory point and the fuel. Nothing there to engage them. We have a Volksgren squad moving in that direction. And we now finally have a T-70 on the field for NoLuckyStrike as he goes for that tier 3. T-70 is pretty much unopposed, although we do have a Rocket and Warfare on the field, which is good, and 1 Shrek. Probably going to be needing more Shreks, but the Shreks aren't really that great against the T-70 because the T-70 can do a lot more damage to the squad before he can finish it off, but obviously it's still a threat. Maxim machine gun trying to hold against that T-70, getting some shots off as they capture the point. We'll be able to capture the point without the T-70 interfering. And the AT gun is getting produced for NoLuckyStrike from his tier 2. Sandbag going down, T-70 removing it, and the squad is forced to retreat. Whoa, down to 2 men on the retreat. T-70 getting a lot of good hits there. 2 to be exact, but you know, still getting some hits. And the combat engineers on the left-hand side force the MG-34 to pack up and leave, as the Maxim machine gun probably ended up better spot. Combat engineers catching the Volksgrens with the Shrek out in the open, getting a nice flame to burst on them and the damage, but no kills. And we see the Schwerpanzer headquarters coming down for FaHu by the closest victory point. Dangerous position for it, but also very nice. Covers the entire point and the entire approach and allows FaHu to move out from there quite aggressively. AT gun getting assaulted here by the Storm Pios. Storm Pios is going to be taken down here by the conscripts if they do not retreat. They do, so they make it out. Fallschirmjägers also moving up, trying to close the distance. They do have access to bundle grenades. Very expensive, but very good, and the other grenades have not proved to be too useful so far. However, they are not going to be... No, they are going to be having the points. Looks like they were moving out. And the T-70 took quite a beating. It's back there. The Fallschirmjägers are forced away. Schwerpanzer headquarters has come down. The conscripts could pop into this house, but they would quickly get annihilated there by the 8 anti-air gun. Or the flat gun, I suppose. Left-hand side, Maxim machine gun trying to cover the victory point and the fuel. We'll run into another Maxim machine gun. Stolen Maxim machine gun with only 4 men, so it's not as strong. And as it gets the suppression going, it will obviously win the engagement. Gets even a kill, forces a retreat, and away they go. More conscripts pushing forward. This conscript squad going to be popping into the house. Like I said, the Schwerpanzer headquarters will get some nice shots in there. That is a veteran C3 squad, so it's a dangerous thing to have it in there. Not going to be collapsing the house since it's made out of stone, at least not quickly. Oh, but it exposes itself to the AT gun, and the AT gun is getting some nice shots in there on the Schwerpanzer headquarters. Schwerpanzer headquarters in dire threat of going down here. Terrible FaHu may be suffering a bad loss here. Take some more shots. Oh, the Fallschirmjäger squad goes down, or what was that? Is that a Volksgren squad? I only have 2 left, so I think it was a Volksgren squad. Yeah, the Fallschirmjägers are over here. And the AT gun managing to do a lot of damage there to the Schwerpanzer headquarters. Now getting focused here by the infantry. The Rocket and Warfare moves up, taking some shots at nothing really, because it's prioritizing vehicles. But grenade does go off by the Volksgren squad. getting the AT gun down to 2 men, maybe able to finish it off here. Shot flies, T-70 takes a nasty shot there by the Raketenwerfer. Raketenwerfer unable to throw another one, but the Shrek flies from the Volksgrenadier squad, nailing the T-70, and down it goes in the middle of the road, managing to pick up an extra kill. Schwerpanzer headquarters still online, but the AT gun is also online itself. Schwerpanzer headquarters down to about 30% strength, maybe at best. Storm Pios closing the distance, getting on top of those combat engineers. Combat engineers taking a lot of damage. Down to 2 men, forced to retreat. The AT gun is still there. Storm Pios can close the distance, and they will. They will take out the AT gun, and that is a potential steal here for FaHu. Is he going to go for it? There is nobody around. Yeah, he's going to go straight for it. There you go. Good decision there. AT gun now in his control needs to be moved back. He's forgotten that he needs to order it. Still there. We do have a conscript squad coming up on the flank behind everything. And we see guard rifle combined arms tactics once again on the field for the Soviets. Pretty surprising that has made a resurgence. Conscripts trying to catch the retreating Storm Pio, managing not to do too much, but the AT gun is still there. He's not moving it back. Still doesn't need to. We do have a half-track on the field for NoLuckyStrike. That's an interesting choice.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
I mean, always a good unit. The AT gun is just sitting there. I'm concerned about that AT gun. Come on. Move it. FaHu. Focus. Maxim machine gun capturing on the left-hand side. We got some Volksgrens going around to the left to try and cap as well. FaHu finally managing to decap the northern point. AT gun turning itself around to shoot at the infantry. Now realizing, oh wait, we're an AT gun. We should not be fighting infantry. Let's go ahead and move back, get some heals, get some reinforcing, and make sure we stay alive. Fallschirmjägers on the right-hand side. Getting some good damage in there on those conscripts, but just being outnumbered here. It's 4 to 12, essentially. Well, I mean, 4 men versus 4 Fallschirmjägers versus 12 conscripts, is what I'm trying to say. MG-34 getting some good shots in there on the conscripts as they move into the house. Conscripts down to 4 men. We do have an anti-air weapon or anti-air gun on the half-track. The Volksgrenadiers will get the Shrek going off on it, getting a nice hit, but they do end up retreating as they don't want to get themselves killed. MG-34 still flying some shots into the house. The conscripts inside not taking too much damage. Maxim machine gun also set up to fire into the house, so they will eventually die. And the conscripts on the right-hand side capture the point, so NoLuckyStrike still holding on to the points. 346 victory points left for FaHu, 456 for NoLuckyStrike. Artillery gun on the field, taking some shots at something, probably the Schwerpanzer headquarters. Storm Pioneer squad retreating, as it does not want to get itself killed by a lucky shot. Shots flying, breaking some holes open into the walls, looking pretty awesome. You gotta admit that the explosions for Company Heroes, both games, Company Heroes 1 and 2, are pretty fucking awesome to look at. Shots continue to fly. We now have the Panzer IV on the field for Mr. FaHu. Something we can call him. Yeah, that came out from his tech.
Enemy movement! Cover!
Oh yeah, right. I forgot they added the Panzer IV to the OPW, right? Because they needed a more well-rounded vehicle. So yeah, that's actually pretty fun. Yeah, I was like, no, should these come out from a command tank or something? No. I hadn't seen it so far in replays, but yeah. LPW having a nice little medium main battle tank. Maxim machine gun forced away. The half-track did get taken down. It looks like FaHu wants to go for the steal. He is in position to potentially do so. And no, look, yes, maybe, no. Sending anything else? Well, I mean, he doesn't exactly need to, but it's still there. Could help him out quite a bit. We see NoLuckyStrike just backing off with everything. Conscripts trying to engage that Panzer IV. They can URA forward, throw an AT grenade if they want to. It's not going to do too much to it. Gets an impact on the surface. Does some damage, but does not get the crit on the engine. The Panzer IV can go for the crush here. Tries to, but unable to do so. Another AT gun on the field for NoLuckyStrike. Getting some good hits there on the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV needs to move the hell out of the way. Second AT grenade will be nailing it with damage. And we see sandbags getting laid down. all over the place. Anti-air half-track now online for the OKW, and it manages to stay alive. Surprisingly, though, it says that it has a main gun destroyed, but it's still able to shoot. So I wonder what the main gun is considered for the half-track. Well, maybe it's a glitch because it got banned again. I don't know. Combat engineers on the right-hand side engaging the Volks. Storm pilots closing the distance on the conscripts, getting a lot of damage there up close. Conscripts will quickly lose that engagement, so they need to GTFO. Veterans V3 squad, you don't really want to lose that. And we do have the Raketen Warfare and the AT gun covering the left-hand side. We see, obviously, Tier 3 having gone down for NoLuckyStrike as a Su-76 is built. We already knew, of course, that there was one because of T-70, which was a while ago. And the half-track that is now in the hands of FaHu. Does need to get some repairs going on it if he wants to field it. And the storm piles are currently engaged up in the north. And we still hear the artillery barrages going down in the Shredder Panzer headquarters. AT gun and Maxim machine gun pushing on the left-hand side. Gonna be forcing everything to back off. We had a Raketen Warfare retreat. The AT gun now reinforced. Still sitting around in this territory, but not really supported. We do have a Volkswagen squad around that could potentially help out. And the artillery shots continue to fly and hit the Shredder Panzer headquarters. Storm piles trying to go for the repairs. Very risky as the artillery gun is still shooting. Oh, and that is exactly the risk that we were talking about. The Storm Pile squad goes completely down, and FaHu now needs to rebuild it if he wants to have any amount of repairs going. Does end up building a mechanized regiment headquarters to be able to automatically repair his vehicles, so that is good thinking by him. But a Storm Pile squad would help out, and yeah, he is building it again because, well, he needs to rebuild, or not rebuild, but repair his headquarters. Maxim machine gun, hold up inside this house. The Su-76 getting a nice artillery barrage going off on it. Should be doing a decent amount of damage on it, but it is now cut off and just doing normal damage. Maxim machine gun, though, manages to eliminate an entire conscript squad here, as it did not end up retreating. It was pinned down out in the open and ends up getting killed. NoLuckyStrike faltering here and losing his cool. Another conscript squad gets built to replace the loss. Shouldn't have been necessary. The Fallschirmjägers quickly push away the conscripts on the left-hand side as they went for the fuel. FaHu now in a dominant position with a triple cap going against NoLuckyStrike. NoLuckyStrike still has 350 points, while FaHu is at 326, so he will be closing that gap and probably coming up ahead in a short amount of time. Su-76 needs a little bit of repairs, but it's quite fine otherwise. And the Shredder Panzer headquarters did finally go down as NoLuckyStrike managing to artillery the hell out of it. Maxim machine gun getting engaged on the left-hand side. The Panzer IV is now back to full strength. Maxim machine gun almost getting taken out. AT guns getting some shots off on the Panzer IV. Su-76 also a threat. The Panzer IV backs off. We'll probably back off all the way back to base and get repaired. And now have the half-track fully repaired, fully online, able to kick some ass for the OKW. Will help out quite a bit with the mobile reinforcing. So yeah, I mean that's quite a catch there for FaHu. An incredible catch, you would say. Well, not really. There's better catches, but you know, it's a great catch for him because of that reinforcing ability. Fallschirmjägers on the left-hand side trying to cap that fuel, being denied here by the conscripts. The conscripts bringing down to 2 men, taking some kills, but without any support and well, only an AT gun nearby. They end up retreating. They want to stay alive and not risk themselves getting killed. Panzer IV catching the Su-76 on the rear. Will be taking it out. Bad move here for NoLuckyStrike. Looks like he was moving forward to try to engage, I guess maybe the half-track, but the Panzer IV was lying in wait, waiting to pounce, and manages to get the kill there. So NoLuckyStrike doesn't really have much else that he can do as far as armor goes. Su-76 pretty much the only thing he can field right now. Effectively, he needs to tech up if he wants something heavier, something better. And this Doctrine does not allow him to call in any vehicles, so yeah, I mean, he's limited by his tech right now. Combat engineers getting built, trying to get some repairs going on stuff. Artillery gun. Taking some shots, what, at the main base? Yeah, taking some shots at the main base, actually clearing out a Raketenwerfer. Very nice hit for him. But the infantry just moves around as we see the fuel getting transferred. Sacrificing some munitions. Oh, nice hit there by the Panzer IV, killing 3 conscripts in 1 blow. Panzer IV now going to get AT grenaded, but the conscript squad is going to be taken out. Stormpile squad up in front. Getting some nice shots in there. The Panzer IV going to chase it into the base. Tier 3 is going down, but Tier 3 will be going down as before anything happens. NoLuckyStrike throws in the towel, knows that that is pretty much what's going to happen, and doesn't want that to be the case. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.